Didn't hear the jingle, but doing a video here because I mentioned it on a couple neighboring YouTube videos I put up my Z50s. This is one. This is my recent one that I did, kind of for a little change of pace over just a normal stock restoration. This one I've turned into kind of a Motard edition, if you will. It's based off of a '79 Honda Z50 chassis. It was a year that came with one side panel, and so with not having the mounts for another side panel, I put a nice monster-sized muffler on there. Everything that I've done to this has been completely custom, one-off. You can call it a rat rod if you want, but like the rear fender, for instance, and front fender are one fender that was cut in half off of an XR80, and the back is the back side of the fender, and front fender is the front part of the fender. So it just worked out nicely when I was mapping it out and cutting things for it. Everything else is basically just fitted for it, custom fitted for it. The engine came out of an SDG that a lot of people would probably yell at me about for salvaging such a nice bike for this one, but I really wanted to turn this into a nice Motard. I am going to be making this one street legal, but in order to do that I have to get the lights working, and maybe one of you can help me that watches this. With this SDG engine, I'm getting about 17 to 18 volts, and every time I run 17 or 18 volts through the headlight, it pops bulbs. Big, shocker there. I've tried using automotive grade voltage regulators, but what ends up happening is the voltage regulator smokes or catches on fire. So, strike one there. Strike two would be using a different coil and stator setup. That's a smaller one, and that just it had the same amount of volts. So maybe someone can help me that sees this, and if you guys know of a good voltage regulator for motorcycles that could handle 18 volts and break it down to 12, so I can get the lights on this thing, because I did find out through the DMV that this has been out of DMV paperwork for I think over 13 years. And so to bring it back into the DMV database, I have to go and get a brake and light inspection done on it. And lovely California here, I have a friend that works at a dealership, and he said, I'll just bring the bike by and I'll just sign whatever paper they ask for. So he already signed the paper, but when I take the bike into the DMV, they need to see that it has lights on it. And I've thought about just putting the lights up on there just for show, and then they won't think anything about it. But I thought, hey, if I'm going to go that far, I might as well get them mounted and powered and everything. So, but basically this is it. It took me about 3 months to build from top to bottom, waiting for parts. The tires I got off of an internet website, and they are Bridgestone Hoops, H-O-O-P, and they're BL1 rating, which I believe BL1 it's just under a Z rating, which means it'll go up to like 65, 70 miles an hour as their DOT rating. But this bike probably does 55 with its current gearing, and that's, I can fix that quite a bit by going down a couple teeth in the back or going up one in the front. Also going to go to a lighter flywheel on this. So I got still more plans for it yet. I got to find a headlight. Thought I'd mount there. I took the forks off of an earlier model. Took the forks off of a 1970, I think it was a 75, and put heavier springs in it. So I can have a headlight mount up there, but everything else is based off the 79, and it's been a really good build. SDG engine runs fantastic, and it barely fits in there with the carb. I'll see if I can get up there. The bottom of that throttle slide is rubbing just on the bottom of that tank. So, and the nice little holes that they leave in the frame here. Put the key in there. A neat little SDG key that can bend and stuff like that. That's kind of neat. I'll fire it up, see if I can do that while it's on the bucket here without it falling off. Runs real good. so it runs pretty good. The exhaust is kind of one of my own creation. It's I've back mounted it, so it looks real clean. You don't see any mounting hardware. It's all on the back side of it. I welded on a tab onto the aluminum. Turn it off. So, but yeah, pretty stoked with it. Like I said, it's a 79. You can see left of the tag here. Let's think what else I've done to it here. Yeah, just because of this motor that's in here, I had to kind of go through and remanufacture some things. I had to re-weld the points here where the brake pedal sets its pressure, and so it can route underneath of this foot peg bar here, because this bike runs real low to the ground. I mean, really low to the ground. So much so I had to cut the kickstand to just a nub, really. That's all that's left of the kickstand. And yeah, man, leave your comments and questions below. I'd be more than glad to give you any tips, or I still want to hear if anyone knows about what I should do about the electrical. I've done lots of these bikes before, but I've never encountered having too much power. I've always been able to wire these things almost straight out of the stator on the Honda models, straight into the lights and everything, and not have any problems. So thanks a lot for watching. Subscribe, comment, like it. Talk to you soon.